Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about how Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive have responded to the removal of San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City, and more mods and other creations, and what this could mean for the future in terms of the projects that Rockstar might ultimately be planning. So this all began around July 8th when it was first reported that a mod hosting database, GTA5mods.com, received a DMCA notice from Take-Two Interactive to remove two Grand Theft Auto 5 mods, Vice City Remastered and San Andreas Remastered, from their websites. Now, the purpose of these mods were to remaster the original Vice City and San Andreas maps and update them using GTA 5's engine. And at the time, the commotion of the news mainly danced around the idea of this confirming the possibility of 3D era remasters and remakes of Rockstar's own potentially being announced. Now, in case you guys don't know what a DMCA notice is, it's essentially a copyright infringement, similar to when you post a video online or you upload something that might record licensed music that you have no right to share. It would get DMCA flagged as removed by the owner of that music. Now, what's important to note here is this is different from a cease and desist order. And the reason we need to talk about that is because a cease and desist order was previously sent to the OpenIV modding team, which essentially forces creators to stop all development and sharing or be served with legal action. Now, as you guys know, that decision by Take-Two Interactive against OpenIV was actually reversed back in 2018 and actually prompted clarification on modding to be added to the Rockstar support site, which was last updated in 2019. So 4 years ago, we had that infamous situation involving Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar, and we all thought that this was going to be the last time we really heard about this. Well, things have now, again, really started to heat up in 2021. So fast forward to last week, a new sweep of DMCA notices were served to GTA5mods.com, but also now other modding websites, affecting several more mods, including GTA Underground, GTA Liberty City, Vice Cry, GTA 5 Bulworth, and a ton more, including some that you probably play, like GTA State of Liberty, GTA V on San Andreas, Liberty City Stories PC Edition, Vice City Stories PC Edition, and again, a ton more. And all of these mods involve updating or improving upon 3D era assets or porting their maps to GTA 5. And the reaction to this has not been great. Players love mods. They love the creativity and flexibility it provides them to build upon and modify the worlds that Rockstar have created for things like role-playing and just for updating older games to be able to honestly play them. And I have a theory on why this is happening. And I specifically believe these DMCA claims are on the hunt for any mentions of Rockstar cities. So Liberty City, Vice City, San Andreas, Bulworth, and Carcer City. And I believe this confirms the existence of the heavily rumored trilogy remasters of Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 3, or remakes, whatever you want to call them. Now, Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar doing this has generated a lot of media attention. Several outlets like PC Gamer, Game Informer, Eurogamer have all reported, even Kotaku as well, that this is what Take-Two Interactive and ultimately Rockstar are doing. And now, because of this, a lot of mod creators are removing their mods in fear that Rockstar might actually come after them. I mean, no one wants to get hit with a DMCA claim or even something worse like a lawsuit. So a lot of people are playing it safe and ultimately saying goodbye to their mods, which has made a ton of people very, very sad. And then that leads us to yesterday, where Take-Two Interactive and Strauss Zelnick, who is the chairman and CEO of Take-Two Interactive, was asked by a user, Mike Hickey, who said, "Congrats on the quarter, guys. Thanks for taking my questions. 2 from me. You started using some CA takedown requests to removals in the bottom. I'm not sure what that means. Just sort of curious the catalog for doing that and sort of the feedback from the player community." And then he talks about another question. We won't go into that. And Strauss said, "In terms of takedowns, we're pretty flexible, frankly. That said, if the economy is threatened or if there's bad behavior, and we know how to define that, then we would issue or would take notice. So, long story short, what Strauss-Zelnick is saying is if Rockstar has projects in the future that involve, old maps or old GTA titles, San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City, or even the characters, assets, models from many of those old games, and they plan on monetizing that in the future with a remake, remaster, or just a dumb t-shirt you could buy in GTA Online, potentially. That is what he means by if the economy is threatened. And then as far as the bad behavior part goes, he's obviously talking about like cheat engines and mod menus and stuff like that that's going to allow people to do things that's not within their rules. So he did officially respond to this. Now, he didn't really go off the reservation. And what he said, honestly, is not too shocking. It's just kind of the reality of how the business side of things works. But there you go. You have an official response from Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar. And we have seen this in the past. Like, for example, but right before Red Dead Redemption 2 was set to come out, a Red Dead Redemption mod for GTA 5 was taken down. So I understand what Rockstar is doing here. I just wish they would be a little bit more transparent and certainly more flexible than they are. Because I don't see these mods having any impact on future projects that Rockstar is working on. Now, just playing devil's advocate here, it does seem like a remake is in the works. We looked at this slide earlier today that essentially tells us that there are 3 unannounced projects coming soon of reiterations of existing titles. So you would think like GTA or Red Dead Redemption. Well, since the rumors have been a trilogy remake of Vice City, San Andreas, and Grand Theft Auto 3. And since Rockstar have acknowledged they're going to be celebrating the anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 3, its 20th one, by the way, which is a pretty big milestone, it's not shocking, I don't necessarily agree with it, that these claims and takedowns are happening now. I just wish Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive had again gone about them in a slightly better way. And even if they do, there can be some sort of middle ground here. I don't see just issuing copyright strikes as the best solution here. But apparently Take-Two Interactive does. So that's the story, and that's where we are so far. I would love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think of Rockstar responding to removing these Liberty City, San Andreas, and Vice City maps from the internet and basically wiping them off the face of the earth? Let me know what you guys think about that in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.